This might sound kind of strange, but my deepest fear had nothing to do with heights or spiders or, I don't know, snakes. It had everything to do with my greatest nightmare: walking into a room. And I know you're thinking, what? But the feeling of walking into a family event, just going out in public, talking in front of a class, the panic and anxiety I used to get from that used to cripple me, and it has done most of my life, ever since before I can remember. And it wasn't like anything ever bad happened. But when I'd step into those public spaces, my brain just goes on overdrive. It takes in too much information, it processes too many things at once. And then I'd get that dreaded feeling of insecurity, the panic that would rush up inside of me. My heart rate would just beat quicker and quicker. Until eventually, the blood would rush into my cheeks. I'd go bright red. And you know what? I'm trying to fight it. And the more you fight it, the worse it gets. And most of the time, it's over absolutely nothing. I wasn't even embarrassed. But then came the embarrassment because I'm going red. And I feel like absolutely everyone's noticing. When in matter of fact, I remember I asked my best friend this once, have you ever noticed this happen? He literally looked at me and was like, I've never noticed. That's the other thing, your mind can play the trick that everyone's noticing. And the worst part was, it wasn't even the going red or the embarrassment. It was the shame I felt, for no apparent reason. But here's what I eventually understood. I wasn't embarrassed. I just didn't have a clue who I was. And there lies the problem. If you don't know who you are, and you walk into a room, you're going to be constantly comparing other people to yourself, looking for their approval. And that's the problem. I struggled with this all my life, and it stemmed from when I was a child. Having bright ginger hair, and as a kid, all you want to do is be liked and fit in. And the way I saw myself, because I didn't accept who I truly was and didn't know, the problem was that I was separating myself from other people. And without realizing, I probably thought that I got this idea in my mind that I was different so much where I was probably dividing myself from other people. And it's hard, and people you love, like people that love you, sorry, they're trying to protect you as well. So they won't just call you Ginge or this and that. So when someone else says it really offends you. But the truth is you are Ginge in a way. Like it's just part of who you are. You have to accept it. And I'm not saying that to blame people. Like the people in my life love me and just wanted to protect me. They didn't want to be I don't know, be mean and call me names. But I remember my auntie, my cousin's Ginger as well. My auntie used to call him Ginge. She was like, he's going to get it when he goes to school. And I don't think he had sort of like the same issues. So that's where it comes from. And like I say, in a world where all we try and do really is be liked and fit in, it's quite hard when you look different. And believe me, I tried everything. To fix this, I tried meditation, the confidence tips, the sitting and standing tall, the trying to face it even though it was so difficult, the affirmations. But you know what actually worked? I'd call it the identity shift. So what does that mean? Identity is just revealing the truth of who you are. But when you get clear on exactly who you are, your values, you accept yourself the way you look, and you truly know yourself at a deeper level. Number one, you won't feel insecure. So when you step into that room, you're not looking for anyone's approval. You already know who you are. So that feeling then, it loses the control over you because you no longer associate with it. And then when, because this doesn't change everything overnight, I'll be honest, it's gradual. And still to this day, sometimes, very rarely, like it's gone like 90%, very rarely, but I'll get the same trigger. It's in my subconscious. But you know what I do instead? Now I'd like to say I'll bathe in it. What I mean by that, when it arises, I just say, it's okay, it's just your body trying to protect yourself, but there's nothing to fear. This isn't who you are. You can go red, it's fine. Let the attention be on you. And you'll never guess what, as soon as you start accepting that and leaning into it, and I know it's easier said than done, I'll never go red. So why? All because I can understand who I am fully. And the self-acceptance is a massive thing. It really does help. Maybe you don't go completely bright red like me, but if you do feel anxiety or dread walking into the room, you need to get clear on exactly who you are. It will honestly completely change your life, because I know what it's like to walk through that for nearly 30 years. It's horrible. You don't even want to go out in public. It sucks. But it's not a confidence problem, it's an identity problem. Maybe you don't go red when you walk into a room like me, but if you dread walking into the room, going out in public, having that feeling of feeling panicky, insecure, I know what it feels like because I've dealt with it my whole life. For nearly 30 years, I didn't really want to go out in public. I avoided it. I don't want that for you. But I'm going to tell you, it's not a confidence problem. It's an identity problem. And once you figure that out, once you reveal your true self and you walk confidently in that, everything will start to change. Because you know what? Your brain, the way it's wired, your body, it has to also transform when you know who you are clearly. If you want to get started, I've got a free 7-day reset and the link's in my bio. Start there, and I'll see you in the next one.